Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. Today is Tuesday, May the 31st, 2022. I am Joe Sarvati, affectionately known as Coach, and I'm pretty affectionately known this weekend, Crash, because we here at Coach Talk have been on a red hot streak. This shirt was white at the beginning of the weekend. That's how hot we are, Crash.
Yeah,
And
we
of course,
have.
my man Josh Crash Davis. How was your weekend? And I just had to jump in there because I'm so fired up for our members and listeners that have been following along.
Yeah, I had a nice, relaxing weekend. We went and saw my wife's family on Saturday and hung out with them, so that was good. And then just since then, just been relaxing, enjoying the break.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we've had winners on DraftKings, FanDuel, and Yahoo, and Prize Picks, and consistently too, and not just cashing. We had multiple takedowns. We had plenty of less than 1% lineups finishing first, second, third. So I hope everybody that's listening checked out our podcast and have been part of what we're doing here at Coach Talk, because you got to love when you get on these streaks. So we'll definitely remember Memorial Day weekend going forward. This will be a new target spot for us to get hot every year. But why not continue? I mean, we've hit on 6 slates in a row, and we have a main slate tonight that has 13 games on DraftKings and 12 on FanDuel and Yahoo. And that's what we're going to focus on here. We should have great weather tonight in every game except Colorado. I'm not even going to include that right now because it's going to be super cold and rainy and bad there. So we've got a good main slate to look at and break down for you here. And if you want to jump on, get aboard what we're doing here, we're not even going to go through any presenting sponsors today. Our presenting sponsor is us, DFS Coach Talk. When you get hot like this, you want to get as many people involved as you can to ride that hot streak. There's so much money out there in all these contests on FanDuel, DraftKings, Yahoo, and Prize Picks. So come and join us. It's dfscoachtalk.com, and you can sign up for as little as a 3-day pass. Great week of sports, tons and tons of baseball. And then we've got the NBA Finals starting on Thursday, which is really exciting. We're going to do a 3-person booth with Crash and Deb and I on Wednesday to preview the finals and Game 1 on Thursday. And then we have Jack's tournament. The Memorial is this week with all the big wigs in golf. So, and then come this weekend, our man, I believe we have MMA and NASCAR with Mike S coming up this weekend. So it's a full slate here at Coach Talk. If you want to check us out a little bit more on Twitter, we're at DFS Coach Talk. Mr. Crash here is at JP Davis 1982, and I am at Joe Sarvati. All right, man. How about we dive into this awesome slate? Again, great weather, nothing to worry about except Colorado. We're not even going to mention and mess with them. Let's start off where we normally do. If this is the first time you're catching it or one of the first times, we're going to go up with our pay up value and fade pitchers. Then we're going to hit on BVP stacks, HR, give you some Prize Picks plays, and that'll give you a good base, all of that to set up your lineups for this evening. Finish it off with us in Discord. We'll give out our core plays. Are you doing a clipboard tonight for DraftKings?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
we got a clipboard with the main plays and alternate selections. We also have full lineups for Yahoo and FanDuel. So, all right, brother, pay up pitcher. What do you got? Oh, before we start, I loved your fade yesterday of the highest owned pitcher on the slate, Bueller. I didn't play him either, and he did not come through. So that was sweet.
Yeah, that was really nice. They had that 3-run home run that they gave up early, and Bueller never really recovered from that. So he was pretty upset. I don't know if you saw any of that game, but he threw his helmet into the side of the locker or whatever in the dugout.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, no. He was pretty upset.
Yeah, the guy he gave it up to, some Italian fella. I don't know who he was.
I'd never heard of him either, but
it's out of the stands, I think, and he hits a 3-run Jimmy Jack.
Yeah. That was fun. My top pitcher is going to be Eric Lauer. He's 10-6 on FanDuel, 9,900 on DraftKings. He's in the same spot that Aaron Ashby was in yesterday.
Wow, was he impressive?
Yeah, he was. He really was. And he had 12 strikeouts last night. Eric Lauer faced the Cubs on April 30th. He had a 7-inning, only allowed 1 run and 11 strikeouts for 61 fantasy points. So he had the same fantasy score as Ashby did last night, the last time that Lauer faced the Cubs. So
nice.
I like him more than, Lucas Giolito's at Toronto, Kevin Gausman against the White Sox. I just think that Lauer has the best matchup of those guys. So I would rather pay up for him than go to one of those.
Makes sense. I'm going to go with Christian Javier with the Houston Astros.
Yeah.
And he's not even super pricey. I mean, He's very fairly priced. 9,600 on DraftKings, only 87 on FanDuel and 48 on Yahoo. He's been terrific. 3-2, 2.43. Whip is under 1 at 0.97. Strong 48 strikeouts. And, he had one hiccup on May 14th. But if you take that game out against Washington, here are his FanDuel scores in the last several games: 50, 46, 24, 34, 27, 33, 24. So, if you get a guy that's your pay up pitcher that you're not having to pay 10K or over on, that you feel really good, that can get you 30 to 50 is the ceiling from the last game. But, if he's somewhere in there, then I think that he'll fit the bill. And he's going against an Oakland team that we know is not the best lineup. Yeah. And on top of that, they're 7th in Major League Baseball in strikeouts as a team.
Yep. And he is my value pick.
I thought he was a little too cheap.
Yeah. 8,700 on FanDuel especially, but 9,600 on DraftKings. Just as you mentioned, he's just been really good. Going up against Oakland, they've scored, the third fewest runs per game. They have the 8th highest strikeout rate, and you gave all the other information about him. So it's just a clear standout play for both of us. So I like that.
Yeah, I do too. I just think it's a really good spot for him. Houston's playing good ball. My value pitcher is a little risky, so I'm going to put that with a warning. It's the old man. I'm going to give him one more twirl. I know it. Charlie Morton, 38 years old. He's 3-3. His ERA and WHIP are up because he got smacked around a couple times. Philly smashed him last time, but that's going to happen when you're old. Some days you wake up, you're a little stiff, a little sore. And before that, listen to his scores: 28, 46, 36, 24. And so, he can string games together.
Yeah.
He still can strike guys out. And, I like the spot for him here. I'm not like doing somersaults. I mean, his price on DraftKings may be a smidge high at 92, but he's only 77 on FanDuel and 38 on Yahoo. Yeah. I mean, those are prices that you get for very, very subpar pitchers, So I'm hoping he can step it up here. If you look at the batting order, for Arizona, it's just, they don't hit them. And when you look up and down that lineup, Varsho has hardly faced them, but even like the Martes and the Rojas's, Walkers, Smith, McCarthy's, none of them have hit him. The only guy that has a little success off of him is David Peralta, but that's literally the only guy in the entire lineup. So yes, Morton is at the very end of his career, but he still has the ability to throw 6-7 innings, get 6 or 7 strikeouts, and get you there for the price that he's at.
Okay. Well, we'll see how he does. I haven't really been that impressed with Morton lately.
I know.
It's it's worth a shot. You got to take a risk, especially on a big slate like this. So.
You do, and you can't play chalk on all of them. And I think people are going to be a little bit afraid to roster them.
Yeah. My fade pitcher is going to be, and that wasn't your fade, that was your value pitcher. But my fade pitcher is going to be Frankie Montas. He's 9,200 on FanDuel, 9,400 on DraftKings. Fading him for a lot of the same reasons that we faded Paul Blackburn yesterday. The Houston lineup has seen him several times, and they've had a decent amount of success against him. So that's another reason why I like Houston a little bit here, and want to fade Frankie Montas. So he's going to be my fade.
Well, he's my fade as well. So that's wonderful that we're on the same guy. We've been doing that a lot lately for some reason, but that's a good thing. Because Houston's one of my stacks, and I just, the way they're hitting the ball, I don't trust Montas either. I think that his price is, he's 9,400 on DraftKings, 92 on FanDuel, and 44 on Yahoo. So he's still respected he does always get some ownership. Now, I don't think he'll get a ton because people are afraid of Houston, but I still think not only is he fadeable, I think that he's stackable against.
I agree.
Yep. All right. Let's shoot to BVP, one of our favorite areas to go, because again, yesterday, it just keeps coming through for us, our BVP guys. So who do you have today?
Yeah, I have Joey Votto. He's 26. You got Votto too.
I give up, man. You got to be kidding me. He was like, I looked at like 4 guys. I'll choose a different guy, but
on a 12-game slate.
I looked at 4 guys and I thought, of the 4, this is the guy I think he'll have the least of. And there you go. So go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I have a backup. So go ahead.
Okay. 2,600 on FanDuel, 3,700 on DraftKings. He's 364 against Waka with 16 hits and 44 at bats, 8 singles, 5 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. So, I mean, at that price, especially, I just think that that's way too cheap.
I agree. And that was, one, I didn't think you were going to take him. And secondly, I thought just for the value of that BVP, he's going to be in all my lineups. I'll go with the chalk guy BVP instead, Pete Alonso.
Okay.
Pete Alonso against Patrick Corbin, who's been a gas can for this year. He's 11 for 32, a cool 344. 6 of those 11 hits are for extra bases, including 4 homers, 7 ribbies, and 6 walks. So not only is Alonso on fire, the Mets are playing great ball. Corbin is just a gas can. So as much as I went to Votto, it could be Alonso being really the best BVP guy overall. He's expensive though.
Yeah, Alonso was actually my first pick.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, and then I ended up on Votto. So
that's hilarious.
All right, Coach.
Stack City. I have 3 stacks for you today. I'll give you my first one.
Okay.
Well, I already gave it to you. The Houston Astros against Montas.
Okay.
I mean, yes, they're expensive, but I'll tell you what, man. Yordan Alvarez is now my favorite player in baseball.
Oh my goodness, he was awesome last night.
He double donged, and I want you to know, on the second homer, we were watching it, and I said, come on, man, just one more home run here, and we're going to be takedown city. Next pitch, I mean, he drove that sucker so far, nobody moved anywhere. Everybody just stood there, even the outfielder. It was 466.
I saw that. Yeah.
And that was against a lefty, and he's a lefty.
Yeah.
So he just absolutely murdered. But anyway, shout out to him. He was my MVP yesterday on especially the big 3K takedown on DraftKings. So shout out to him. But they've got so much hitting up and down that lineup, from Altuve, obviously, to Bregman, Alvarez. The question is, I may even go on the cheap a little bit, go down to Tucker today, Pena, Chas McCormick. That's the thing. Their middle and even toward the bottom of their lineup is still dangerous. That's why they're a fun team to stack. Because you could actually stack 5, 6, 7 and not feel, worried about it.
Yeah, and Brantley, for some reason, his price never seems to change.
He gets zero respect.
Yeah.
So Houston's one of mine. How about you?
Okay. Obviously, the Dodgers against Mitch Keller, I think that's a given, especially after them losing last night in a shock, really, to Pittsburgh. I like the Braves against Humberto Castellanos. I think that's a good matchup for them. I also like the Red Sox against Luis Castillo. The Red Sox have been just on fire, so I like them at home against him. And I have to disagree a little bit with you about Morton. I have Arizona as my GPP stack.
So. Oh, no.
Yeah.
You're afraid of Varsho, I respect. Rojas, Martes, okay. Walker, Peralta, Smith, McCarthy, Thomas, and Perdomo.
Yeah.
That sounds like a double-A squad to me.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll see what happens. But like I said, I just haven't been that impressed with Morton. He had, in his last start, he allowed 4 runs in 4 third innings on 9 hits.
He was sore. He's an old guy. You get a day off once every 5 starts.
Yeah. so that would be my GPP stack.
I don't blame you.
I could say the Brewers, but I don't like them as much as I did yesterday with that wind. You know, it's not quite as strong as it was yesterday. It is still blowing out. But I think that Justin Steele's a little bit better pitcher than what they faced yesterday. So
he got smoked last time out, though. So
yeah. But yeah, I think that's going to be another low-scoring game. So that's why I'm not really on the Brewers. And plus, they don't have Hunter Renfroe and Willie Adames, 2 of their better righties against lefties.
Yeah, they missed those guys against lefties big time. Yeah. Well, I think that, the chalk stacks, obviously everybody and their brother is going to play the Dodgers. We get that. That's just a given. Everybody and their brother is going to play the Red Sox. That's a given. So those 2 teams are going to be, I think, the heaviest chalk with a very likely rain out in Colorado. Yeah. So where there no Rockies, Coors game, probably that's not official, but keep an eye on that throughout the day.
Yeah.
Yep. So trying to avoid the 2 dead chalks and then the Coors possibly not playing. I have 2 other stacks, not giant. I'd probably do like 3-man mini stacks. I sort of like Minnesota. Oh, that's an early game though, but I'll give that out anyway.
Well, it's a double header. They will have a late game too.
Oh, that's right. That's what I did pick. I'm sorry. It's a doubleheader. I like Minnesota in game 2. That's what I wrote down. I confused myself. It's against the lefty Joey Wentz. Buxton probably leading off. Polanco from the right side. Garlick, Urshela, Sanchez. They have a lot of righties. I really think Minnesota in that second game can take advantage of that. So Minnesota, sneaky little stack. Maybe a little Buxton, Polanco, or Rise. Garlic, that group.
Yeah.
I think they'll go a little under-owned. And then the other one, the other team that's hot and is the Mets. And I mentioned Pete Alonso earlier. Corbin is just, 1-7, 630, and looks like he's pitching batting practice half the time.
Yeah.
So maybe the Mets will be chalky as a stack as well, I guess.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, and up and down that lineup, they're nasty, man. Nimmo, Marte, Lindor, Alonso, Escobar, Canna. J.D. Davis is all the way down in 7, and he hits Corbin really well.
Yep.
Guillermo, how do you say his name?
I think it's Guillorme.
I'll tell you, you look at that guy, he's a sort of short, stocky dude. He looks like a fullback, and but he's tough. He's Guillorme. And then, so they've got nice up and down. You can also stack in the middle. There's nothing to be ashamed of stacking 6, 7, 8 even. Canna, Davis, and our little stocky second baseman. I'll just call him G. So I don't mess up his name.
Louis G.
Louis G's in there too. So I don't know, just a couple of sneaky little mini stacks. I think maybe that's what I'm going to do today, Crash, is go like 3 guys, 2 guys, that kind of thing. Just spread the love around a little bit.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, Mr. Home Run. If you take my home run guy.
No,
I'm going to shut off the whole
I promise you I'm not taking your home run guy.
That means you probably did, because my guy is obscure.
My guy's obscure too, but I don't think you're.
All right, I'm going to go first just in case.
I promise you it's not.
You don't think so?
No, I promise you it's not. My home run call is David Peralta.
Oh, I like that call, though.
Yeah, I told you it wouldn't be him.
It wasn't mine.
I knew you were going to be on Morton and one of the bats from Arizona. I didn't think you would be anymore.
Oh, I would never go against my pitcher, no.
Yeah. So that's why I was pretty sure.
Give us some reasoning behind it. I get it.
In 11 at bats against Morton, including a home run. So I like Peralta. He hasn't hit a home run in a while. He's always good against righties. Like I said, he's got 6 hits and 11 at bats against Morton. So I like Peralta today.
I hope he plunks him. That's what I hope. I'm going with big old Mike Zunino, batting 7th for Tampa against Martin Perez. Okay. Left-handed home run hitter Mike Zunino going yard today for us is what I'm looking for.
I thought about him, so
did you?
We weren't too far off. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Well, he feasts off lefties, and he's done that with Martin Perez. He's 8 for 26, 308, which says a lot. Zunino doesn't bat over 300 against most people. 4 home runs, 6 ribbies. He's even walked twice. So, he's seeing this guy, which he normally doesn't. At 769 slugging, 1126 OPS. Looking for Mike Zunino, and I think it's going to be with guys on base this time, like a 3-run or granny. That's what I'm going for.
Nice. That could be a slate breaker. So you definitely want to make sure you put him in your lineups.
I hope so, man. And the price is right too.
Yeah. I almost went with Zunino because I was looking at possibly using Martin Perez as my fade because Tampa's bats have had some success against him.
I thought about that.
I didn't go that route. And the other thing I was going to say about Peralta is all 8 of his home runs this year were against right-handed pitchers. So that's another reason.
Here's the signal, and that means hit Peralta right in the ass and get him on first base so he can't swing the bat against you.
Yeah.
All right, man. How about prize picks to finish out this wonderful, fantastic card?
All right. So I've got Charlie Morton under 6 strikeouts. He's only gone over that number once in 10 starts this year. And so I just like the under there for him. And I'm not even saying that Morton's going to have a terrible game. I just don't think that he's going to
rue the day you went against. All I'm going to do, I'm not even going to comment in Discord. You're going to get all kinds of salt, Morton salt gifs. Every strikeout, anything he gets, you're getting the salt in Discord. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Any members listening, join me in the Morton Salt in Discord for every out Mr. Morton retires, and we'll rub the salt and crash his wounds here. All right, I'm going to go with I'm just looking to see if they add anybody. I'm taking under Patrick Corbin, 23.5 fantasy score. I picked on him all year, and it's worked out really well. Why, stop something good when it's working? Debs had the most phenomenal stretch. He's 6 for 7 going over turnovers for Jason Tatum, which nobody pays attention to. And so I'm doing the same thing with Corbin. I think this would be 5 out of 6 times he's gone under his fantasy score. So 23.5 is a respectable score. I just don't think he gets there against a hot Mets team.
Yeah, I like that number. So Deb's gone 6 out of 7 with Tatum under or over 7 or
over turnovers. It's always like 2.5 or something, and he's had 3, 5. That's because he's handled the ball a lot.
Yeah, he definitely does. My second play is going to be Eric Lauer over 6 strikeouts. As I mentioned, he had 11 strikeouts last time he faced the Cubs. We saw what Aaron Ashby did to him with 12 strikeouts last night. So I definitely think he can get over 6. He only had 1 in his last start against the Cardinals, so I think he's kind of due for a bounce-back game.
I'm with you. All right, now, just so that I'm not losing my mind, are you on Prize Picks now?
I am.
Okay, go to Fantasy Score. See that? Oh, it just switched it. Okay, they're playing games.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah.
They had, for some reason, they had Pete Alonso 1.5.
Now it shows you Julio Urias.
I know they flicked it right when I was on it. I wonder if I could have played
watching
it
the show, bro. And now it's gone.
So, I know. I think they made a mistake for a couple of seconds there.
Yeah,
because I was looking at it like 1.5. Is this the taco giveaway?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we could have just made $1 million right there.
Maybe it was a taco play that they've accidentally threw up there without the taco logo. I don't know.
Wow, we just missed out on free money.
Well, it said it's weird because it said Julio Urias versus the Chicago Cubs, which that's not who they're playing. So I wonder if it would have even counted that.
I don't know what's going on here. They're doing some flipping the switches here, but
keep digging on the trash and see if we can get something.
Because now I don't see Alonso in my fantasy score spot anywhere. Oh, there he is. He's back with 8. So I'm going. I could have had him at 1.5. Good Lord.
Score. Yeah, they just meant to put total bases and they put.
It must have been. But I'm still taking Alonso over 8 fantasy score. I think he gets that.
And my last play is going to be Joey Votto over 5.5 fantasy score.
I like that as well. I am going to play that one as well. I love that it's 5.5. And since he was my original selection as well, I'll take it. So there we go.
Did your play work out yesterday with the home runs? Who did they have for Miami? I know they had Aguilar, they had Soler. Did they have Sanchez? I wasn't thinking they did.
No, I think it went under the half home run.
Yeah. I know. I saw he hit the longest home run this year so far.
Oh yeah, that ball was murdered. It was almost 500.
Yeah,
it was a bomb.
It was. So what was your third play? Did I miss one? I got Corbin, Alonso,
Votto.
Okay, yeah, so we had the same last third play.
Yeah, 5.5. That's a stealing, I think.
Yeah, it should be.
I hope.
Yeah.
I got the red shirt on for Joey V today.
Nice.
So we got to get that.
Yep.
All right. Once again, if you're watching right now, this is your chance. We'd really, really appreciate it. Let us know if you won. If you played some of our plays, let us know. Throw a note here on YouTube. Shoot us something on Twitter. We're at DFS Coach Talk. He is at JP Davis 1982. I am at Joe Sarvati. Go to dfscoachtalk.com. You can sign up there for as little as a 3-day pass for $10 and get right after it with us. Jump on. You run across. That's how DFS is. We have consistently won long-term good percentage, but of course you still lose at a decent percentage. But when you have these heaters like this, where you get the 3, 4, 5 days on fire, it certainly makes up for those days where, you have 2, 3, 4 days where you're like, what's going on? So, it's ride it while you can, and let's hope we can continue this for the rest of the week.
Yep.
Any final words on your side, Crash?
No, let's just keep this hot streak rolling.
Let's get it done. We appreciate everybody listening in. Enjoy the main slate tonight. It's going to be fantastic. Lots of games. Have a chance to check them all out. Tuesday night. Do they still do that Tuesday night thing where the guy highlights all the?
Yeah, they actually had that.
What station is that on MLB Network?
MLB Network.
Okay,
MLB TV, if you have the app, it's MLB TV. Or I think it's MLB Network on regular television.
Yeah, because that's a lot of fun because they just flip you right around. You get to see all the homers. Because I'll tell you, when I'm flipping around trying to catch all my guys at bats and everything, it's hard to not miss stuff, you know?
Right. Yeah. I didn't do a whole lot of that, but I did in between the 2 Brewers games. So,
Yeah.
I was mostly watching them, of course. But yeah, I got to see Yordan Alvarez hit 2 home runs, and I saw Jesus Sanchez hit his moonshot and all that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good stuff. Well, let's get some more of them tonight and keep the streak going. So we really do appreciate everybody listening in, joining us each day. It's going to be a great week this week with some good stuff happening. NBA Finals, always one of the most exciting things. And I'll tell you what, more I read about it last night, this is going to be a hell of a series. I think this is going to go right down to the wire, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's going to be a great series.
It is. All right, my man. Have a great day. Appreciate you. And thank you, everybody, for checking us out. Hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and click that alert button on the way out. And then we'll be back again tomorrow when we look to crush it in MLB, DFS, and Prize Picks.